is very detailed information about what she says Sean Combs was having her participate in. And these are those freak-offs and how he would be providing her with drugs, suggesting that she take the drugs. And then she said she wanted to take the drugs for every single freak-off in order to disassociate with what was taking place. She said on the stand that she hated participating in these freak-offs. So this morning, what we've been seeing so far is this playing of the freak-off. So we cannot see this, but the jurors have a privacy screen on their monitor, so they're able to see some videos as well as some still images that the government has focused on in regard to these freak-offs. For the testimony, because we do not have cameras inside a federal courtroom, we're bringing it to you and giving you some quotes from what's said inside while Cassie has been on the stand. So she has been talking about how she was detailing how Combs would recover after the freak-offs. They used IV fluids, massages, and chef-prepared meals. She also said that she depended on opiates to make her feel numb and added she had an ongoing off and on addiction to some of the drugs. So some of the testimony that she has been providing so far, she was also detailing her declining health as a result of the frequent freak-offs. She had stomach issues as well as constant UTIs. Sometimes she had to participate in the freak-offs while infected. So we've heard this theme while she has been on the stand. She was also talking about how at times when she would be in the middle of her freak-offs, she might have to vomit, and then Sean Combs would still force her to participate in the freak.
It didn't take long for 50 Cent to dive into the chaos, and when he did, he came swinging. No mercy, no filter, just pure, uncut trolling. Fresh off Cassie's jaw-dropping revelations about strange hotel antics, baby oil disguises and secret cameras, 50 hit the scene full throttle, zero chill, and maximum shade. Next voice, next voice. 50 was already on social media, acting like he just launched a comedy special. He nicknamed Diddy Fruit Pop, roasted his wild hotel stories, and joked that the case had more plot twists than a Netflix thriller. To top it off, he posted screenshots sprinkled with clown emojis, throwing jabs and sarcastically asking if Jay-Z still wanted to roll with his boy.
And Cassie hit the stage, and 50 Cent could not control himself. Now, you know 50 Cent and Diddy have been enemies for the longest, and 50 Cent finds every reason to poke at Diddy. But today, he got so much ammo, it don't make no sense. So, 50 Cent just posted a picture of Sean Diddy Combs' jewelry selection. It's a bunch of hymns. And he wrote the caption, "I'm not sure if this is fair, but don't worry, be happy." He's a fool. 50, you out of control for that. Then he goes on and posts this picture. "Your Honor, this theory of Cassie kicking Diddy's ass, I'm not buying it." Yo, he's AIing pictures of himself in the court. That's crazy. He also decided to hit him with this. Yo, this guy's out of control. Diddy said in your mouth, shaking my head. Yo, Diddy. You gotta. Then he gonna post this. "Down on your luck? Not feeling good today? Well, look at the bright side. You could be Diddy. Chin up." So 50 Cent he has unlimited ammunition now, especially considering the fact that this trial might go on.
Here's where things get real. Behind all the jokes and memes, this trial cuts deep. Cassie's claims paint a dark picture. Being filmed, humiliated, and exploited. And 50's trolling isn't just for laughs. He's pulling back the curtain on an industry built on fake loyalty, forced silence, and hollow displays of love. This has gone far beyond gossip blogs or celebrity drama. It's turning into a full-blown reckoning, with Cassie shining light on some truly disturbing realities.
Male prostitutes under threat of violence or humiliation, the way prosecutors describe, but was a willing, even eager participant in the swingers lifestyle that they say Sean Combs led.
Aaron, there was also some pretty surprising testimony today about Combs's drug use, allegations that he was addicted to opiates and at one point overdosed. What did we learn?
Well, this was part of the defense strategy, to concede that he's a drug user. Now, maybe the public didn't know the extent, but the defense was pretty frank that at one point he was addicted to opiates. At one point he flew to Mexico to try what Cassie Ventura called a plant medicine type remedy that's not legal in the United States, that the two together tried just about every drug, MDMA, ecstasy, ketamine, that the night of the now infamous freak-off in 2016 in the Los Angeles Intercontinental Hotel, where an assault was then captured on video, that maybe Combs was high on a bad batch of MDMA. But the idea here, Eva, I think, was to say that the violence from Combs was not to coerce Cassie Ventura into sex. It was the result of drugs, or in another aspect, was the result of jealousy and her infidelity. Because we also heard today, Eva, about her dating Kid Cudi and about her dating the actor Michael B. Jordan, and how that led to some pretty scary...
Diddy built his empire on power, secrecy, and image. But now, it's all coming apart piece by piece. The courtroom, the media, and 50 Cent's Instagram have become the stage for his downfall. When Cassie took the stand, the atmosphere changed completely. No glitz, no music, just her steady, haunting voice. She recounted being drugged, controlled, and coerced into disturbing role-play encounters with strangers, as Diddy watched from the background, pulling the strings.
How Cassie took that stand. You could hear a pin drop when those doors opened, and a visibly pregnant Cassie Ventura walking past a man she had not seen in 6.5 years. A man she says violently abused her for a decade. A man the prosecution said trafficked her. Well, she sat across from him, placed her overcoat behind her, turning her body slightly toward the jury, rubbing her pregnant belly throughout her testimony. Diddy, well, he was more fidgety than he was the day before. He was passing notes. He pushed himself away from the defense table and largely sat like that. They never seemed to make eye contact with one another, not even after she was crying about having loved him once and planning and participating in these freak-off sex parties because she feared him and she wanted to make him happy, but feeling worthless, feeling disgusting because she didn't want to do it. Now, with each moment, the testimony became more and more graphic. Her delivery, though, it never changed. It was matter of fact, steady, calm. At times, she was even critical of herself, walking us all through how a 10-album record deal came over a 10-year period of abuse and sexual humiliation. And once you hear Cassie's testimony, you'll understand why the courtroom was so tense. She described the freak-offs in lurid detail. She testified about Diddy, who she called Sean, choreographing it all. And she explained a pattern of physical abuse that she could not escape. Cassie told the jury about one freak-off at a hotel where Diddy told her to get into an inflatable pool filled with warm baby oil. The prosecutor asked, "What concerns did you have about not getting into the pool with baby oil?" Cassie responded, quote, that, amongst other things, just his temper. If that is something that he wanted, Sean wanted to happen, that will...
And this wasn't a one-off horror story. It was a routine, a twisted production on repeat. Lights, wigs, cameras. A dark remix of the fame and fantasy Diddy built his brand on. Meanwhile, 50 was fully tuned in. Phone charged, popcorn in hand. Live tweeting the chaos like it was the most shocking show of the year. Next voice, next voice. But 50's jabs weren't all jokes. He started aiming higher. He called out the whole circle, questioning why Jay-Z was still standing by Diddy's side, and roasting everyone who stayed quiet. Y'all knew what was up, he posted. Just didn't care till the receipts dropped. For years, whispers have tied Jay-Z to Diddy's inner world. And now, those whispers are echoing louder than ever.
Now you see so much that you go away. No, this was visible, guys.
It was in the hallway. We saw the video.
Yeah,
we saw that video.
It comes out later. You're like, that's not the closet. That's the hallway. He didn't give a fuck. Like, you could tell that he was already...
Nah, New Yorkers know. Because when Fab, he was like, yo, Fab, we ain't party. Fab was like, nah, we partying tonight.
He's like, no, like, but he did party.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, they let that one go? Like, I had to say something about it later because I was like, oh, it was.
What does it feel like all these years? You being the only one calling this out?
No, I look like I've been the crazy guy for a long time.
They said you're a hater. They
You're a hater. You do this. Yeah, and now everybody's complaining. My is hurting. There's all this shit that's coming.
50, you can't make jokes about it.
No.
The internet might come for you, bro.
All I'm saying
It might come from you.
You see it now. All of these complaints. People were they were and pillaged. This was what was going on. Right? And what do I get for I went through years of a hater. You're a hater. You want this and that. I'm just watching. Like, I look at things and go, when you see the new lawsuit coming with Jay, the part with Jay, I go, oh, shoot. Like, then I think about it, I go, that had to be there. So when I was saying that he was missing, he just wasn't actively being out there because they was dealing with that.
Wait, do you think there's truth to the Jay thing? There's no way.
Know, like that, look, so like if you say, I have this thing where I'm conflicted when
the craziest part, Diddy's gone completely silent. No statements, no clapbacks, just sitting in that courtroom, arms folded, as the world dissects his empire and 50 runs a narrative online. Each day, another layer falls away. Cassie's testimony rattled the courtroom walls, but 50 made sure it echoed far beyond them. While Diddy's team scrambles to label it all as complicated relationships, 50's slicing to the PR spin with one message. Fruit pop, it's over, and the world's watching the fire.
Anonymous. The woman says both men raped her at a party when she was 13 years old. Jay-Z's legal team had fought to get the case dismissed, arguing his accuser should have to reveal her name, but the judge disagreed. ABC's Morgan Norwood has the latest.
A legal victory for the woman who is suing Jay-Z for allegedly raping her when she was 13. A federal judge ruling the woman can proceed with the case while remaining anonymous, at least for now. But the judge also chastising the lawyers representing Jay-Z, accusing them of trying to fast-track the judicial process by repeatedly filing motions to reveal the identity of the Jane Doe to have the case dismissed. The judge writing in a 5-page brief that the Carter's lawyers' relentless filing of combative motions containing inflammatory language and ad hominem attacks is inappropriate, a waste of judicial resources, and a tactic unlikely to benefit his client. The court will not fast-track the judicial process merely because the counsel demands it. This latest legal twist coming after the recently filed civil lawsuit by Jane Doe, claiming that Jay-Z, whose real name is Sean Carter, and P. Diddy, drugged and raped a 13-year-old girl at an after-party after the MTV Music Awards in 2000, while an unnamed celebrity watched. Jay-Z has vehemently denied all the allegations, putting out this statement 2 weeks ago, writing in part, "This is a blackmail attempt." The multi-platinum artist, who was 30 at the time, now a business mogul with decades of hits to his name, with songs like Run This Town.
We are, yeah, I said it, we are. This is Rock Nation, pledge your allegiance.
His attorneys have denied everything about Jane Doe's account and pointed to some alleged inconsistencies in her story.
It's not just that this story is a lie and that it's not true. It's provably, demonstrably false. This never happened.
The judge writing that while Jane Doe can remain anonymous for now, she may be required to reveal her identity at a later date to allow Jay-Z's lawyers to collect facts necessary to prepare for trial.
Oftentimes, when someone is accused of a crime like this, the accuser doesn't want to be named, and if they are forced to be named, we have seen certain people decide to drop the lawsuit altogether.
Morgan Norwood, thank you. And Tony Busby, the lawyer representing Jay-Z and Diddy's accuser, says in a statement to ABC News, quote, "I will say that the coordinated and desperate efforts to attack me as counsel for alleged victims are falling flat. We won't be bullied or intimidated." And we did reach out to Jay-Z.
Cassie exposed the disturbing control behind Diddy's so-called lifestyle. She said he kept a checklist: French tips, perfect waxing, wigs ready on command. Some nights it was masks, others it was stripper heels and leather. And there was Diddy, the self-appointed director, arranging the lighting, framing every shot, passing out baby oil like props on a set. But this wasn't glamour or fantasy. It was captivity dressed up as luxury.
Did he do it, right?
Yeah.
I know you've been heavy on social media talking about it.
He did it. And I'm the only one who's been vocal about this long before it actually
Oh, you've been saying this for a long time now, and then no one was, they're just, why is he saying this? And now it's coming out like crazy. I mean,
but I also didn't participate. I also didn't go to those parties.
Yeah.
So a lot of the celebrity culture that you don't hear saying anything is because they participated to a degree.
But was there a reason you never went to those parties back in the day? Obviously, I know what was going on there, but is there a reason you never did?
I'm just not with all that freaky shit. Like all of the stuff that he's doing, I'm not into that type of stuff. I'm just a little more, maybe you could say basic or normal. You go into the 90s and Keefe D said he paid him to kill Tupac.
Yeah.
So look, like with the craziest accusations, you had TMZ created a docuseries that went to Tubi.
50 Cent turned the entire scandal into meme warfare, but the real gut punch came from the receipts. Cassie testified that Diddy would text her in the middle of the day, demanding if she was ready to perform. If she didn't respond fast enough, his tone flipped, icy and detached. One message read,
drug-fueled sex parties involving escorts. Cassie said they were mentally and physically exhausting. She claimed that the freak-offs often left her with sores, UTIs, and needing IVs to recover. The jury has seen pictures of injuries from the relationship, Cassie says, like bloody lips and black eyes that she claims that Diddy gave her when they were together. The jury has also seen a video of Diddy assaulting Cassie in the hallway of an LA hotel in 2016 that was leaked to CNN. That's been seen by millions of people. That video, Cassie testified, shows her trying to escape a freak-off party. Now, the jury has also heard testimony from Cassie about the physical toll that she said freak-off parties had on her. This is an exchange from the transcript. When she was speaking with the prosecution, she said, quote, occasionally, I would get sores on my tongue from the freak-offs, the taking drugs, substances, and just friction in my mouth. She says that friction wasn't just from oral sex, but also from having her mouth on things covered with oil and other lubricants. The jury, we know, has seen an image from the freak-offs, but we don't know what that image really looks like. Our reporter, who has been in the courtroom every day, says it was only shown to jurors. It was not shown to those who have been sitting in the gallery. The defense, in its cross-examination, has been having Cassie read dozens of text messages that she and Combs sent to each other during their relationship. Messages like this one, trying to show that she was a willing participant in the freak-offs. Combs asks, quote, when do you want to freak off, LOL? And then Cassie replies, LOL, I am just going up to change and put my ring in. I just picked it up. I'm always ready to freak off, LOL, LOL. The defense is trying to paint Combs and Ventura's relationship as one that was far more loving and consensual than Cassie's testimony presented thus far, and also prove that she wasn't forced to be part of the freak-offs, but she was a willing participant, and beyond that, she often organized.
do you want a night? Want me to call someone? Cassie wasn't chasing that kind of life. She just wanted him. But Diddy kept steering her toward escorts and strangers. And months before any of this came out, 50 had already been hinting, throwing sly shots that Diddy and Jay-Z had some serious explaining to do.